Females, let's start with Here We Come a Caroling. Okay? It's about 7:02, so we're going to start. Pardon? Okay, girls, gather around so you can eat.
Love and joy come to you, and to you good tidings too. And God bless you and send you a happy new year. And God send you a happy new year. You and to you good tidings too, and God bless you. God bless the master of this house, likewise the mistress too, and all the little children that round the table. Bless you and send you a happy new year, and God send you a happy new year. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10, glistening once again with candy canes and silver lanes aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, toys in every store. But the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. A pair of hobble-bobbles and after selections is a wish upon your bed. Bells that will talk and will go for a walk is the hope of Janice and Jen. And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start, and the thing that will make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your heart. Pine cones and holly berries, popcorn for you, apples for me, red striped candy, nutcracker handy, kettle a-bubbling, holiday tea. Snow clouds hang low and threatening, maybe it won't rain in May. The brightest fireplace glows in every face, waiting for Christmas Day. There'll be walk-around songs and talk-around songs, songs of the inn and stable. There'll be morning-time songs and evening-time songs, and grace at every table. And jingle bells will jingle all the way, all day. Jingle bells will jingle all the way, all day. Pine cones and holly berries, popcorn for you, apples for me, red striped candy, nutcracker handy, kettle a-bubbling, holiday tea. Snow clouds hang low and threatening, maybe it won't rain in May. The brightest fireplace glows in every face, waiting for Christmas Day. Waiting for Christmas Day. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Just a second before you start your next one.
Good morning, Catalyst. It's good to see you here. Just want to let you know, 5 more minutes and we're going to start. So if you could grab some coffee, grab some food, and find a chair, we will begin in 5 minutes. Thank you.
You've got a couple altos.
the chicken soup. Hand out the crackers, please call my mother. I'm feeling sick, oh mother, please. Oh mother, come and take me home. Put me to bed. I have this cold, my aching head. I should have stayed home like you said, but here I am instead. Here I am. Oh, I don't want to sing this classic view for you, 'cause we keep on sneezing and sneezing, and my partners are coughing and wheezing, and I don't think Buckroom sneezing in this view. Ka-choo, ka-choo, ka-choo.
White Christmas.
I don't think I know all of them. I know
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be
Jingle bells.
Good morning. I hate to interrupt all the celebrating, but if you guys can start finding your seats, we're going to get started. So I am here to welcome you all to Catalyst this morning, our once-a-month gathering of area leaders and influencers coming together to impact our community. That's basically why we're here, to build trust and to build relationship with a broader circle of people. So thank you for making it and being here. Obviously, today's a little bit different. We're doing a little bit of celebrating. Really quickly, before I introduce our guests, if you can pull out your phone and check in on Facebook. We ask you every month, so hopefully that's not a surprise. If you are a first-time guest or a returning guest, there are papers on your tables, so please, returning guests, sign in. If you're a first-time guest, please fill out one of the cards. We want to be able to keep you updated on what's going on, events that are upcoming, etc. So please make sure you do that. There are also sometimes flyers. It doesn't look like there is any today with information for other events, so keep an eye on that. So I don't know if you guys are good at this, but are we good at celebrating with gratitude what goes on in our life? I think that's what's really cool about the holidays, is we can kind of sit and we can refocus and think back on what things we're grateful for. So today, that's what we're going to do. We're going to celebrate with good food, hang out together, and some fun guests. So today we have the Downey High singing group, the Madrigals, under the direction of Mr. John Ames. And they're going to be giving us a couple of Christmas songs. So thanks.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha ha ha! Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing the sleighing song tonight! Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lame, misfortune seemed his lot. We got into a drifted bank and we got upset.
Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Now the ground is wide, go in while you're young. Take the boys tonight and sing the sleighing song. Just get a bobtail nag, 240 for his speed, then hitch him to an open sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Please give the Downey High Madrigals a hand. So just be remembered, sometimes through all the work and all the effort and all the things we're doing to collaborate together and grow trust together, let me tell you. Well, listen, Merry Christmas to you. And I spent a lot of my life creating Christmas for a lot of other people. And for the first probably 30 years of my ministry life and my work life, this season was a crazy time of creating an experience of Christmas for everybody else. And very rarely did I ever stop to savor the time for myself, for why I was on the planet, my family, because I was creating Christmas for everybody else. So we thought to let's stop and take a pause, because each one of us living in balance of stopping and pausing and celebrating and reflecting on yesterday, celebrating what's going on in your life today, and looking forward into the future. So we're going to be asking you, if you want, it'll be voluntary, through the morning to have anybody just publicly stand up and just what they want to, be thankful for this time of year, reflecting on somebody or something or an event. And we're going to ask you to keep it, just tell us, don't start giving us a 3-point outline about why you're happy about it and why we should all be happy about it. But if you could just keep it as quick as you can. We want to just hear as many voices as possible. But I know all of you are busy, all of you have lives that are full, and we wanted to be intentional to create space this morning for all of us, just to pause, take a breath, and reflect back on life's goodness, our city, relationships, and so that's what we want to do this morning. So we're going to show you a clip of a television show. I always have fun with this clip because it kind of shares what's really going on out there in the parking lots. So here we go.
Excuse me. I know you didn't think anyone would catch you, but you just slammed your door into my car. The least you can do is say you're sorry, lady. You don't have to take that tone. It's not like I'm hurting your resale value. I'm sorry. See? Like that.
Testing. Hello. How many of you can identify with that? Come on, be honest. Have you, never mind, I'm not going to point you guys out. So Oh, I saw some hands out there actually come up. So what we're going to do, as Marvin stated, is let's go ahead and put up the next slide that has the different questions that we have. So what we're going to do is spend a little bit of time around the tables, like Marvin said, and look at these particular questions. And what we'd like for you to do is share briefly with each other an answer to these questions. Okay. Now this kind of opportunity sometimes is, you know, it's good, but if we really spend time just really like Marvin had said, just reflecting and really thinking about how much gratitude we have and how much things have happened this year, I think this is really appropriate. So let's do it. Let's spend a few minutes and then we'll get back, okay? Great. Okay, what we want to do now is see, I'm going to have two people with mics. One, Mike will have a mic over here. Thanks, Mike, with the mic. And then Jeff will be over here. I want to see very brave here and very, very concise and short, just to kind of give us flavor. So I can't see because of these lights, and so Jeff and can you guys see? You have somebody? Anybody over there? Okay, thanks. All right, thank you, Teresa.
Absolutely. You're not giving me the microphone. Okay, fine.
That way he yanks it from you, you know.
I know, right? So I'm Teresa Kinney, and I'm an adjunct instructor at Modesto Junior College. I'm grateful for all my students, for sure. And I'm grateful that they have participated in Catalyst and have participated in community events and trying to teach them about politics and about community, that this is where it belongs, right here on a local level, getting to know our community and who the people are and where they can go and building those relationships. And I'm just super grateful for them and for the opportunity for Catalyst that they can come and do this.
Thank you so much. Hey, could we have your students stand? I mean, are they around somewhere? Let's see, I just kind of see. Woo, my gosh. Wow. And they're all going to get A's this year. That's great. All right. Okay, someone else. Let's see. Okay, I think it's Jenny. I can't see you. But
Good morning, everyone. So nice to see everyone here. My name is Jenny Canoyer, if you don't know who I am. I am on the Modesto City Council. And what I'm grateful for, two things. That God gave me the courage years ago to run for office, and that my constituents in my district felt that I was good enough to be here for another 4 years.
Yeah.
I'm also grateful that it's over with.
Anybody want to take Jenny on? Because I tell you, nobody can take her on. Okay, we have time for one more, maybe two. Over here, we have Doug.
It's nothing unusual for me to take Jenny on. Some of you may know I'm also a council member, but I'm a retired police officer for 41 years. And that video we saw looked like a couple of my pursuits I was in. My most grateful thing this past year, beyond meeting many of you and many of you mentoring me and getting me through some issues, is I have an opportunity to see my granddaughter and grandson grow from a divorced family into having a situation where my granddaughter didn't want anything to do with her father, which tore me up. And anyway, just to let you know, the challenges of seeing, as many of you know, divorces and blended families and those kinds of things. Just in the past month or so, my granddaughter and son got to go to Hume Lake, and they're back together, and I am so happy.
Oh, that's great. Well, one more. We got somebody else. Okay.
You good? Wayne?
Yeah.
I'm Wayne Bridegroom. It actually started last year. My wife's knees wore out, and it was bone on bone, not only bone on bone, but off center. And so a year ago, January, she had surgery on her left knee. A year ago, October, on her right knee. And in 2017, we have actually been able to take walks together, and it's been ages since we've been able to take walks together.
Wow. There is a lot to be grateful for. We're going to take a couple more, I think. Okay. Yeah. So let's see, who else? Got somebody back here. Okay, great.
Hello, my name is Ty. Keep it close. Oh yeah, okay. This close? Yeah, sure. Okay. I was born in Taipei, Taiwan, and my parents and my two older brothers escaped communism back in the mid-50s. And my first name is Ty, my last name is Wang. Guess where I was born? Taipei. But I'm very grateful for city ministries as well as other groups that I've connected with, Gideon's, Wycliffe Bible Translators. There's Samaritan Ministries that also reaches out as a kind of like a insurance for Christians. And there's lots of things that we are all connected with, and that's the ministry of passing on to the next generation God's calling. So it's neat to see the MJC students here. So make sure you guys sit over there sometimes too, and then you guys over there sit over here sometimes, because you guys are kind of in two different camps. But it's a blessing also to work for Modesto Academy of Music and Design. I work there as a teacher. I have my own company too, but I'm also a Boy Scout Merit Badge counselor as well as a 4-H leader. So I help with STEM projects. One of the projects is Project Lazarus. What we do is we take old equipment and bring it back to life, and then we try and place it with families in need that need equipment for education. So catch me if you're interested in some of these things.
Thank you.
And God bless.
One more.
Anyone on this side of the room? We're not as thankful
let's
over
go
here.
to
There
the
we go. We
east
need some
side over
thankful
here.
people.
So my name's Randy Lindbergh, and I had one type of experience homelessness here at Grace Ada Park for close to 10, 12 years. Today I'm employed doing an outreach program, working with the homeless and seeing some success. Because I hear people talking about school and education every day. My education was the bushes. I didn't know that would be my classroom. But today, I get to sit amongst people, you know, the law enforcement, educators, doctors, lawyers, judges, and be accepted. But I had to first learn to accept myself, and I've done that. So, God bless you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Unless somebody's really biting, we're going to go ahead and go to the next set of slides. So let's go ahead and do that. So, okay, what is the one thing about my business/organization I'm thankful for? And what is the one thing about my city that I'm thankful for? Okay, so we're going to ask you guys again to spend some time talking about that. And I'm sure there's a lot there. All right? Hello. Okay, let's start wrapping it up. And then I'm going to do the same thing, except that what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, first of all, we're going to reflect on the first one. What is the one thing about my business or my organization that I'm thankful for? So let's really kind of talk about that just for a couple of minutes. And I'm going to ask some of you brave individuals to step up to the mic with Mike or with Jeff. Thank you, Jeff, for letting me know what your name is. Yeah. And then we'll go from there. Thanks. Okay, who do we got? Okay.
What question do I answer? Because Joe's my boss, so I don't know if I want to answer that question.
Well, before I said it, what is the one thing about your business organization?
I'm thankful for Joe Duran. How many are thankful for Joe Duran?
Somebody wants a raise.
No, that's not
Christmas bonus.
No, and I want to answer the second question, if that's okay.
Okay.
So, but I am thankful for Self-Help Federal Credit Union. It's amazing things that we do, and I'm just blessed to be a part of that. One thing about it I'm thankful for our city is the access point that we have together to come together, and being able to break down the walls that were there a lot more, and we're opening the floodgates for that and for a better city. So I'm thankful for that.
All right. You did okay, Jose. Okay, let's see. We got some, let's see, over here, okay?
Good morning, Evelyn Mejia. For an organization that I am thankful for is South Modesto Partnerships, investing in the South Modesto community. I am a project from that. They invested, they took their time, they were committed, and I am thankful for Jose Zabala, stepping up and being part of an amazing organization who has now given me that leadership, and that's why I am here today, because of him and many others in this room who have invested in the youth in this community. So that's what I'm thankful for.
Thank you. All right. Okay.
Excuse me. I'm Bill Amarine, and I am thankful that I'm employed by a business that allows me to, on their nickel, do charitable events. And I wish and pray that every business would allow their employees to take some time on the boss's nickel.
All right. Okay. We got Kevin.
So I'm grateful for all the organizations in this community that I've been a part of, the Mission, Salvation Army, all the ministry of compassion that happens in our city. I'm also grateful for work. I've been blessed to be working with Lonnie Davis at Davis Guest Home, and places like that are very unique and very needed in our community. And so it's been great to be associated with that. And I think the one thing I'm thankful for in the city is family and network. My wife always hollers at me when we go to the grocery store. Someone says, "You can't go anywhere and not see anybody that you know." And I'm like, "Well, I'm sorry, but that's who I am. I've been blessed to know a lot of people and have that richness of relationship to where if you haven't seen them in a while, you can just kind of pick back up and you greet each other with a hug and how you doing, everything's fine, that kind of thing. So, and this is a blessing too, to be able to be here to just see family, because you're not friends to me, you're family. And I think that's a very important thing that this Catalyst has done in this community, is it has built a network of not just organizations, but family.
Thanks so much, Kevin. Kevin, you're a real blessing, by the way. Okay, we got time for a couple more. Let's see. Anybody else? Let's see here. I see a hand. No, well, we don't want to double up, though. We want to make sure we have other people, if at all possible. Okay. Okay, got somebody over here.
Hi, my name is Don Davis, and I just want to represent public education. I'm an educator and a superintendent of a school district, and I get to see every day kids coming to school and being blessed in their classrooms, and I'm thankful for peace on campuses and for people who pray for peace on campuses and joy in classrooms. And I would just encourage you to keep our schools in prayer. They are great places. Go visit them if you haven't in a while. But I'm just thankful to see that kids are graduating and becoming contributors to our society. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and give some thanks, and then I think we're going to have Marvin come on up. I'm really thankful for the city of Modesto and Stanislaus County in particular. I can honestly say, and I've had this conversation with many, many others, especially outside of this area, of how much love I have for this community. And not just the love, but just how many phenomenal individuals that we have that represent us, that are really leading the way for us to be a community that I really believe that can be esteemed, and that we can continue to grow in relationships in a way that is more than just casual relationships, but relationships where we really demonstrate care and love for each other. And there's nothing in life, in my opinion, that matters more than being able to really touch each other's lives and to really care for each other and be cared for. And then as I look around the audience here, I see, so many of you exemplify that. And I am really thankful for each and every one of you. So God bless you, and let's go ahead and have Marvin come on up.
Thank you, Joe. Well, this morning started last May. We had every 6 months, City Mission Network, our team gets aside for about 5 or 6 hours and just evaluates, looks to the future, considers all that's going on. And one of the times at the beginning, I asked, there was a question, and John Grover, who's in Cambodia with his orphanage this morning, so he can't be with us, he makes a statement. He said, I'm discovering in my life that I don't celebrate enough. And, there are times in brainstorming when there's ideas that come and you go, yeah, okay, but you're going to ignore it. This is one of those where it's stuck. We don't celebrate enough. We need to celebrate more. And I didn't hear condemnation or anything from the voice. It was more of, yes, stopping to savor, to pause, to celebrate. And because we've been invested with each of us for so many last couple of years, and we know each other, I know, just like me, we're all running around because we're so passionate. We care about the community. We care about people. We care about what we're doing. We care, we care, we care, we care, we care. Joe said love. We love, we love, we love, we love, we love. This morning, I just wanted to stop and celebrate you and to stop and remind ourselves. Take the time. Saw somebody out in the streets the other day, in fact, yesterday, and I stopped to remind him that not only is he a gifted man, but he's a gift of God to our city. And I want to encourage you through through these next couple of weeks especially, but make it a habit of your life, but especially the next, to stop and say, you know what, thank you so much that you are a gift to our community. And stop and make sure you do that. Now, the voices in your head sometimes might say, oh, that's not sincere, they're not going to, doesn't matter. That's a gift of encouragement. My wife directed me to a speaker, Michael Hyatt, who does leadership podcasts, and he mentions some things about the benefits of celebration. And the first slide on there those are the benefits. It fuels progress. It makes us a much joyful place. Relationships, a great city as we learn to celebrate. To find those things in life and around us where we can point to and say yes. Now, may I venture to propose that in our communities, especially in this community, we have such a habit of looking for the things to fix, the things that might not be all that they're supposed to be. And may I propose to us that during this time of year, as well as part of our culture, that we begin to stop and savor, to celebrate, to find something to praise. Yeah, we've got to do troubleshooting. Yes, we have to do, problem solving. Yeah, we all know that. We all do that. But may I encourage you to consider, as John Grover encouraged us back in May, to celebrate and to be mindful to celebrate. There are a lot of things in my young life that I don't remember. I was so busy running around, playing sports, being with friends, running all up and down the streets, and all those things that that boys do. And I guess girls would do too. But learning to stop and savor my relationships and going deeper in them. And I want to encourage you to do that. Now, there are some of us in our community that have a hard time, that don't naturally celebrate, that it doesn't come naturally for you. Now, I'm a problem solver, so as soon as we're done here at whatever it is, and we're going to let you out early, we'll finish early so you have more time to connect. I'm evaluating. I'm off to the next thing. I'm sitting down with Mike Katinsky right afterwards, and we've got pastors later on this afternoon, and I do that. What a bad habit. And I want to continue to nurture and develop this pausing to celebrate and to savor and reflect on good things. And I'll hope that might be an encouragement to you. So there's some things that Michael Hyatt mentions that just three real quick things. For those of us, go ahead and change the slide. For those of us who have a hard time celebrating naturally, he says, create triggers that remind you to stop and to celebrate. To stop and to celebrate. Create triggers in your own life where you literally have to pause to celebrate. Task someone with the role of chief party planner. So find a friend who says, I need you to help me. I'm not a party planner. I need you to do that. Please, would you be my friend? Come and stop us and do party planning. Now, back in the back table, Linda Duran does that for my family. She does that for numerous ones of us, where she just has a gift of hospitality, of just loving on people. Alberta's been that way too. Her husband, John, not really. I'm sorry, that's an inside joke. He's a wonderful guy, but I shouldn't have been inside joke. But task someone with the task of chief party planner. And I know I've had conversations just recently where I said, I don't do that well. Please surround me. Help me do that. Help me do that better, or just do it for me, because I'm not much of a party planner. I can put meetings together. I can put events with thousands of people. Task me to do a party. I freak out and I panic. And you'll hear me, I don't do parties. I don't know what to do. So surround yourself with chief party planners. And finally, practice the discipline of celebration. And that word discipline means just create space. Discipline means create space there. Create space to celebrate, to reflect, to consider. Now, I know in our city we have voices that call it fluff, and what are the other words I've heard? Fluff. Fluff is the big word I've been hearing. It's just fluff. Well, fine. You go be poopy head all you want. We're going to create space to celebrate and reflect. It fuels progress and makes you and I a lot funner to be with, a lot funner and enjoyable. So I'm just privileged to be a part with you. Great things are happening. I think great things around us. Let me mention to you a couple things just so that you have it on your calendar. One church, Redeemer Church, City Minister Network, and a couple of others are hosting a fight night for couples. And it's going to teach you how to fight with your spouse or your friend, so your partner. So I want to encourage you, if you have something that's around Valentine's Day, and I want to encourage fight night. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of jokes and a lot of humor to it. So I want to encourage you, just go online at lesonleslie.com. One of the gatherings we have to create space to develop trust relationships is our women's group, which is called Inspire, which is led by women, facilitated by women, put together for the purpose of women. And I'm learning that women are different than men. They're just different. I'm just trying to figure out, I don't get it. I thought they were all like me. My wife continues to try to tell me that. And so that's a space once a month. There it is. It's at Skewers on downtown. But if it's something, it's a time for women, either in the business world or just business life, to encourage each other, inspire each other to be better. Be better. And then next month, we'll have a case study from Fort Wayne, Indiana. One of the community leaders, Kelly Bird, will be with us, and he'll be meeting with small groups through the week. But he'll be here with us, a case study on what it looks like when every sector in a city is rowing together, is working together. And we all need those case studies. We all need active models, places where we can have conversations about what it looks like when a city comes together and rows together. Doesn't mean they're surely not going to have hard conversations or disagreements. But I've been looking for case studies. Show me a city they do that. They work together. They row together. What does that look like? How do they solve their differences? How do they work through their problems? So I'm hoping that'll be an encouragement to you. I want you to know that, just remind you, the Catalyst isn't a place to celebrate what happens up here. But the wisdom in the room is all out here. And the joy and the value of this time is taking space to connect. So I want to thank you for the time you can be with us. We're a faith-based nonprofit. If you're considering investing with us financially, you can do that. Just go online and do it there, or talk to one of us. Talk to me or Joe or Mike or Courtney. And want to thank you for that investment. So I'm going to bless you in prayer. And then you know what? We are finished early. Take the time just to laugh and be friends. I can tell you one of my regrets in my life is I just didn't laugh enough, and I want to laugh more this early part of my life. Master, thank you for the privilege you give us to be together. In all of our differences, in all of our different perspectives, would you teach us over the next months how to work through our differences, how to journey together with people who are the other? May we create space to celebrate not just life, but each other, you, and not just for this season, but that it would become a habit for us, a discipline. I know for me, Master, continue to bring around me people who do that so easily, because I surely can move to problem solving way too quickly. Thanks for the privilege you give us to be together, as Kevin mentioned, family, friends together journeying to make this place a great place to grow up in and to grow old in. And I do pray, Lord, that as this time, as we're here, that there'd be no one that would feel uncomfortable to just meet somebody that they don't know. We all know, Lord, that this city, this county, everything is built on trust and relationships. So there may be trust, deep trust and relationships in this room. Amen. You have a great morning. Hang around. Hey, we gave you 8 extra minutes. Oh, by the way, before you end your tables, thank you, Mike. Those poinsettias, right? Whoever is closest to December 25th, Christmas Day, their birthday, you can have the poinsettia. Okay? So no poinsettias left on the table. All right? So if your birthday is December 26th, sorry, that's 364 days. So before, okay? Men, take them home to somebody you love, too. I know some of you boys are looking at me like, why should I? Okay, you college guys. And Nick, I know there's somebody you want to take that to. So.